about something called a PTAC, PTAC. And you know why I talk about it a lot? You see in the background, there's that crane, and it's a construction tool, and it is built to cause buildings, things to be built, right? And you have a goal in mind, an apartment building or whatever it is, right? A tall building, an office building, and you're trying to create something that matters. Now, your life is the most important thing that you and I will ever have. Your life, my life, because we only live once, YOLO, you only live once. That's true. Sometimes that's used as a reason to try crazy stuff, and we might, but it's also a truth. You only live once. So, a question I ask myself often is when I, like every day, not often, every single day, when I get done with today and I go to bed and I lay down, what am I going to want to have done? What am I going to want to have experienced? What am I going to want to be part of? What is that? And I used to not think like that. I used to just get up and do what was in front of me. If it was a weekday, I went to work or went to my, if I owned my own business, I went out in the recording studio and dealt with some clients or whatever. And I would just sort of get through the day doing one thing after another, and good stuff happened, but it often didn't feel like it was aimed at anything. And yeah, you can string a lot of good days together and then say, wow, my life's going great. But since I've changed how I approach this, I find myself happy all the time. Before, it would be be happy if the day went well, the recording sessions went well, or the job went well, or a project got finished, or a big deal happened, or some negative thing was avoided. And it's like, oh, that was a good day. And what I've discovered, wow, think of this discovery. It's like discovering a gold mine in your yard. Now, you all know the story of diamonds in your own backyard about a fellow who went on a, search to find diamonds. And it turns out after a long bunch of searching that the diamonds were in his own backyard, and loosely based on a true experience that a person discovered a diamond mine in their own yard. So what if you thought, what if you knew there were diamonds in your yard? What would you do? Well, you'd go get them. You'd figure out what you needed to do. Do I need to excavate? Do I need to hire some help? What do I need to do to find these diamonds? And we do that in the context of value, worth, money, cash, and with the idea that money, cash makes life easier, better, and we, somehow are cooler or have more fun or something because we've got that value, the diamonds. Well, diamonds, besides being a physical object of value, they're a metaphorical thing. And the metaphorical thing is your own value. You are a mine full of diamonds. You, right here, right now, you are powerful. You are awesome. You, right here, right now, you have this capability. You're just stuffed with diamonds. Now, I don't know about you, but if you're anything like me, for a lot of my life, I didn't believe anything like that. I believed that I did okay. I made good money. I had a good job. I got this and that and the other. Or there were difficult times. I had a bankruptcy and this problem, that problem. And I had some failed relationships and some divorces and things that, so it didn't feel like I'm any good and there ain't no diamonds in there. And I struggled from day to day because I thought life kind of sucked during that week, months, years, sometimes even a decade-long period. And that was just sort of getting by. Now, if I knew then what I know now, that life is full of diamonds, not once in a while, but every single day, then I would have been able to have complete joy every day because I have that now. And I didn't know enough or have enough experience to understand that. So that's why I'm on this mission. My mission is to reach 300 million people and set your soul ablaze. Can you picture 300 million souls ablaze with certainty about their own value before God, about your own value in your own neighborhood, in your own family, with certainty that you have gifts that matter to the world, and knowing how to use them, and feeling called and able to do stuff that matters, to have cash and to have impact, wealth and impact. We all share the yearning to matter. But we also share the feeling of inadequacy. We all share that, the feeling of inadequacy and the yearning to matter. Now, I'm going to give you a little three-pronged thing, a little saying that for me, every single day matters. And here's what it is. I am that I elevate or lift up the substance, the success, and the sweetness of my life journey and yours. That's my mission, really, 300 million people, to elevate the substance, meaning the real substance, the success, and the sweetness. And I love those three words, substance, success, and sweetness of life's journey. How? By daring more greatly, experiencing more deeply, and leaning in more joyously. So I titled this today, Lean In to Win. Now let's look at those things. Daring more greatly. How many things today do you wish you could do that you don't dare do? How many? Well, why don't you dare do it? Why don't you dare try? What keeps you from that? Some story about failure, some story about value, some judgment. I read a touching post on Facebook today about someone with the help of a coach who I also know, going through a journey of self-forgiveness and eliminating the judgment. We heap so much judgment on ourselves. I know you do. I know I have too. Like so much that it was suffocating. It caused me for years, decades, to live at a fraction of my capability. And I see that all the time. Suffocating in the judgment, too late, missed this, screwed that up, botched this, wrong, bad. And when that gets heavy enough, we quit trying. Well, you know what? I died once in 2018. And when I had the conversation, one of 3 conversations with God at that time, that judgment wasn't in those conversations. And what it taught me, without question, is that isn't part of what we need to do. We don't need to be on ourselves in that negative, judgmental way. We can be striving to grow and all the rest. That's fabulous. But the heaviness of guilt, shame, judgment doesn't help. So dare more greatly. Pick something this week that you're going to dare to do or try more than once that you didn't dare before. The second part is experience more deeply. We brush things off, especially when it isn't like we want. We brush it off. Oh, we don't want to feel the depth of that experience, whether it's joyful or painful. A fully experienced feeling all the way through always leads to peace, even if it's painful. Pain creates peace. Fully experienced, just let it be. Experiencing more deeply and then leaning in more joyously. You do only live once. So, wow, come with me. Let's lean in all the way. Push it, enjoy it, have it, be it, feel it, say it, sing it, do it, dance it. Come on. You're a divine being and you have every opportunity. And I can tell you right now that I love you. I love you just because you breathe, just because you're a divine being, just because you have that yearning in your heart to add good to the world. I know you do. I know you feel it. I don't know what you're doing with it, but I know you feel it. So you're invited right here, right now, to be loved, to dare more greatly, experience more deeply, and lean in more joyously. And I can promise you, that will make this day, tomorrow, and this coming week way more fun. Now, my mission is to help 300 million people, to set your soul ablaze with the certainty of your divinity, capability, and possibility, and then not just to know stuff, but to do something with it, to add good to the world in your own unique and powerful and meaningful way, which you have. I don't know what you're doing with it, but whatever it is, this is your call to level it up because you can, because you're worth it, and because you're cool. And because I love you. If I can do something for you to help you level up, lift up, let me know, because I can't read minds. Bless your heart and every thought and movement that you have as you listen to those intuitive guidances. Dare more greatly, experience more deeply, lean in more joyously. We'll see you tomorrow.